Yeah, hi, good morning. Please let me know, are you able to see my screen?
It's visible.
Yeah, anyone please, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Just a minute. Yeah, are you able to hear me? Please anyone confirm. I'm not able to hear your voice, that's why.
Yes, we are hearing you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm not able to hear still now. Just Okay, I'll continue. But if you find any, like, if you are facing any questions, like if you are having any questions, please ping me in chat. I'll reply. So as we discussed in demo, yes, we know. So Selenium is Selenium. We are having different versions of Selenium. So initially, Selenium IDE coming into the picture. Selenium IDE is nothing but integrated development environment as the first version. So here we can able to record and play back the thing, the actions, what we are performing on the browser. So one thing, just I want to clarify you before going to the Selenium. Selenium is an automation tool. That means Selenium is a software. That software is having a capability of mimicking the human behavior. That means Selenium can able to do the actions like how human being can able to click on it, drop down, or how human being can able to select, how it can able to type, how it can able to drag and drop. As all these actions Selenium can able to do. At the same time, the limitation here, Selenium can able to perform all these actions on web applications only. Selenium can able to interact with the web applications only. It's not able to interact with the desktop-based application. So what is meant by web-based applications? So whenever you are trying to connect with any application through the browser, those we used to call it as a web application. So here, server will be in some other location. So a user, a client is used to send the request to that particular server through a browser. So here, the browser like a Chrome or an IE or Mozilla or these other things is going to work as a communication channel between the server and client. So whenever you're trying to use a web-based application, there's nothing is going to be installed in your, no need to install anything in your local. So these installations, that memory and everything is going to be allocated somewhere in a server in a other location. So that we used to call it as a server. From here, like from our side, just we are sending a request to the browser. Then accordingly, for that request, the server is going to be send the response. So those servers is going to be send the response, the request and response. This communication is going to be taken care of by the browser, and this communication in a sorry, this communication is going to be in a different format. Sometimes it's a JSON format, sometimes it's an XML format. So that so generally, while you're working, like generally while you are looking into the software industry first time, you may, as of now, you may hear about the different kinds of work front-end development, back-end development, full stack development. Like generally, if you are looking into some of the job postings, definitely you can like while you are searching regarding the jobs in internet, yes, full stack tester, API tester, UI tester, performance engineer, performance tester, load tester, um, um, user acceptance testing, front-end developer, back-end developer, full stack developer. Yes, these are the very common words you can able to see. So here, just before jumping into the discourse, just I want to give you some of the introduction about the work and what all of these roles. So just give a minute. Yeah, if anyone already there in the software industry and you are working as a some like a, some other tools, automation tool, automation here as a like with some other tool, or if you are working as a manual testers here, yes, for those people it might be boring. But the people who are joining into the software industry are going to join newly for them. It's a yes. This is a server and this is a client. This is a client. So here you can see the best example to understand this situation, like the simple scenario, simple example, which is reflecting the entire development model, most of the development model, what you are going to be faced in going forward is a hotel. Like if you went to the restaurant, so if you go to the restaurant, so in restaurant, just we are going to be sitting on a table, sitting on a table, then we are started looking into the menu for the items what we are having. If that menu is not available, that then what happened? Generally, that server, the boy will come and he will give you the menu options or menu, so that you can able to choose that. So whenever you entered into the hotel, then first you're supposed to feel like it's a good ambience. Obviously, they're supposed to be attract the customers with in all the aspects, the ambience aspects, in the way of communication, of way of behavior of the staff, and taste. Taste is not only the thing there. Then that's how fast they are going to be served, how quick they are going to be served. That means the response time. Yes, if you order water bottle or if you order something else, if both the things is taking same time of 20 minutes, it's not good, that much good, right? Even for giving the water bottle also, if they are taking 20 minutes of time, that means there is no proper response time. The response time is nothing but the time difference between the request and response. So if you requested the water bottle at 10 a.m., then they responded and they give a water bottle to you on 10:20 a.m. That means the response time is 20 to 20 minutes. That we used to call as a response time. Okay. So these all the things we are going to be. So here, backend and front end, two things will be there, right? Backend and front end. This server we used to call it as a backend, and this client side, which is there, we used to call as a front end. Even we are not supposed to call it as a client also, or just ah, this is server, this is the backend of this particular end-to-end system, end-to-end process, and this is a browser, which is this is a hotel. So this entire restaurant, this entire restaurant, for entire restaurant, you can take like a one end-to-end application. So here in restaurant, kitchen is a back-end process. Kitchen. So in kitchen only the all the items are going to be prepared and everything like any kind of item is obviously supposed to be prepared in kitchen only, right? This we used to call it a back-end. So front end is there. So what is meant by front end in restaurant? Yes, the area where the customers used to sit, the dining area, a lawn area, or some other sightseeing area, along with the ambience, along with the tables, a proper arrangement, then menu. From that, these all are the pre-set up in front end. Then later, a menu. So whenever the customer orders something, how the customer able to order that one? Yes, whenever you are giving a menu to the them, so
Excuse
based
me.
on that menu,
Hello.
he is to order an item.
Hello.
How
Hi.
how that
Hello.
order is going to work? Like yes, you can see now.
Uh, we can share.
So
We can see
when
the
they are
screen.
going to be
Hello.
given order, obviously they are supposed to be send the request.
Seriously.
They're supposed to be send the request. So how he can able to send in restaurant? These requests are communicating between the front and back end or a server between the front and back end by using the servers. So here these are the servers. Server is voice. Then he sent a request from the front end. From the table, he sent a request, please prepare a palak paneer. Then kitchen will prepare the palak paneer and they send that to table. So this is a back end, this is a server, this is a front end. This back end and front end the communication between the this back end and front end is going to be happened by using APIs. These two we are calling as APIs. APIs is nothing
Hi,
but
Vivek. Hello.
application programmable interfaces. So these APIs are
Hey, hi, Vivek.
going to be interface this backend and front end. This backend and front end. So the engineers where they are used to work on this side, the which side of an application is going to be face the users, which side of an application is going to be exposed to the users, that we used to call as a front end. So this is application, this is the front end, this is a screen which users can able to see. Yes, screen are supposed to be very clear, very user friendly. UX, UI, you are able to like might be you may find somewhere. UX, UI,
Hello.
obviously.
Hi, Vivek.
UI earlier most of the companies like earlier UI is there, but nowadays most of the companies are preferring UX also. UI is nothing but user interface. UX is nothing but user experience. Even user experience also very important here. So UI is nothing but user interface, like how it would be designed. So what type of colors they are supposed to be used. So which are going to be a good combination. Okay, how selections will be there. It's a radio button should be there. These options are supposed to be find out here. These all the things. How what is the size of that one? What is the size of a button? How they are aligned. So they which side of a page as username and password fields are supposed to be displayed. Yes, these all are things going under the UI. So earlier, like these days, UX also one of the very famous word in software industry. So all the companies are going to be start giving high preference to the UX also, user experience. So in UX, the things are going to be happen how exactly like how the real user is going to be thinking. Not only the UA, not only all the options. Yes, it's not like all the options are keeping in a single page and providing to the user. Not only like that. It's supposed to be attract the user attention. It's supposed to be user friendly. Yes, if that UI is friendly to the user, then only your users are going to be adopted. So one random user is looking for a kind of marketing site, e-commerce site. So he opened a e-commerce site. So he's generally looking for a product hair dryer. So how we can able to find the hair dryer? Either you're supposed to be searched by it, such a with name of hair dryer. If he started searching by hair dryer, then hair dryer capacity, hair dryer uh, with brand, everything, multiple options will be there. If simply he search for the hair dryer, then hair dryer, multiple hair dryers will coming into the picture. Along so just you want to look into the all the dryers, all the options without search. Yeah, even though that's not a big deal. He's not able to find the search button. Then how? He's not able to find out the search button in a first page. Search button is there. but it's at the bottom left of a page. Bottom left of a page. User not able to find that. So that he's not a, whenever that user is not able to find the search button, then simply he will feel how I can able to search for this particular product here without a search box. Then he will go through the different options for electronics. If he went to the electronics, again multiple products will be there. Household electronics, industrial electronics, and again in household, like washing machines and laptops or cameras or mobiles, beauty electronics, like the different will be there. So he is supposed to go to all these options. After multiple searches, after multiple clicks, he can able to find the rare. Again, sometime later, you want to again sometime later he want to um, recheck the decision. If he open the same website again, he is supposed to go to all these options, right? At the same time, he can find one more website, one more e-commerce site. So the search bar is there. He can able to search everything very easily. But cost and everything is same here in both the sides. Here, user experience is high. He can able to see the search bar immediately. Obviously, he's going to be select second one always. Why? Because it's easy to use. That means that user experience having a good experience with that particular website. So like that user experience also very easy. So here that the server, if you are working with the desktop based applications, like desktop based applications in Excel, Notepad plus plus, and Notepad, some other applications, like which are the applications require the installation in your local machine, those we used to call as a web based, sorry, desktop based application. So in desktop based applications, this software, we are installing the software, right? That means we are installing the server here. We are installing the server here.
Hello, Vivek.
If it is a web based application, this server is not going to be installed in your local
Hello,
machine. Just you want
Vivek.
to check flight tickets in Air India. That means no need to install the in Air
Hello,
India
Vivek. We
server
can't
here in
see
your
your
local
screen.
machine, right? Air India server is located somewhere. They are giving the web address. Just we are sending our request to that particular website. That's it. So when you are working with the web-based applications, yes, in web-based applications, we are not having any server in our local machine. Just we can able to interact with them. So Selenium can able to automate only web-based applications. Selenium is not able to automate the desktop-based application. So see here, uh, MS Word is there, Word document. So we are supposed to be install that one. Notepad plus plus is there. Yes, this one Notepad plus plus. We are supposed to be install this one. So Selenium is not able to automate this particular application. Why? Because it's desktop-based application. Just Selenium can able to automate web-based applications only. So any version, I'm talking about the any version of the Selenium, Selenium IDE or Selenium IRC or Selenium WebDriver or Great anything. That is one of the limitation of the Selenium you're having. So like front-end testing or back-end testing or API testing, UI testing. So these are the common words if you are applying for an automation engineer job. You're going to be experiencing these common words. So UI testing, that is the thing. But just we are going to be validate the scenarios. We are going to be perform the testing on a front end side. So just a minute. Just a, hello, madam. Chepandi. Yeah. Hi, I'm sorry. Just I want to check what is the issue with my audio. Still, it's not it. Shoot out. Okay. Okay. See here. So this is the thing. This is the thing. Like if you see here, this we used to call as the back end, and this we used to call as the front end. And the communication between this back end and front end is going to be happened by this particular API. Like as I told in restaurant example, this back end is in nothing but a kitchen, and front end is nothing but a dining area and table where you are sitting. So the communication between the you and the kitchen, like what dish you want, or what type of customization taste you want, like a spicy or the medium, like that. This all things, this entire communication is going to be happened to the best boys. So those in real time in hotels, exactly how they are work there in here. This front end and back end communication is going to happen through this API. This we used to call as a API. That means application programmable interface. Okay. So yes, if this server is located in your local system, that we used to call as a desktop-based applications. If the server located somewhere, then through the browser, we are going to be send the request. So okay, those we used to call as a web-based application. So Selenium can able to handle, can able to work on web-based applications only. So we are not going to be work on. Selenium is not going to be handle any kind of desktop-based applications like a Notepad or Notepad plus plus. Yes, see here. This is Notepad plus plus. So this is a desktop-based application. Why? Because I supposed to install it. I need to be install this one. So it's installed in my local memory. So with that one, I'm going to be communicate. Even though this is web-based or a desktop-based, even though this is having an UI, this we used to call it UI, user interface. The exactly which user can able to see that's an UI we used to call user interface. Okay, see, this is the way. So now we are talking any kind of Selenium, a Selenium RC or Selenium WebDriver, uh, Selenium Grid, Selenium IDE, anything, anything we can able to. So this is the way we are going to be. So the people who are working on this particular front. So here, what exactly happening here? The front end from here, a user sending some request. That request is going to be communicated through the API. Then this server is going to be prepare the data. It will send the response. Even again, that response is going to be travel through the API to the client is the tool front end. So here, then this browser process this data, this response, and it will give you in a UI format, that means image format or something. That is going to be happen here. So front end tester is nothing but what our UI tester or front end tester. These are common words. UI automation, UI front end automation, UI validation, UI testers, API testing, API tester, REST assured API. These are the common words you can find in job posting websites. So front end is nothing but these are the things. So I'm opening a browser, I'm entering the username and I'm entering the password, I'm clicking on the sign in. Then if I get these actions, yes, as per my expectation, I'm supposed to be in inbox space. I'm in inbox space or not. That thing. That's only we are going to be test. Yes, if you're in inbox space, test gets pass or it's fail. So just we are going to be validate the functionality of an application by the UI result. What you can able to see on your screen, yes, based on those screens only, we are going to be decide is my function, is my application is working as per the functionality, as per the requirement or not. Okay, that we used to call as a UA testing. Then you can hear API testing also. So what is meant by API testing? So API testing is going to be happened. So in API testing, in API validation, we are not going to be have any UI, any UA. This browser is not required for API validation. We are not going to be look anything on your browser. So what we are doing here in API validation, we are sending the request in a JSON format. We are having some tools to do that. If you want to do it manually, we are having a Postman. If you want to do it by automation, REST assured is there. Some lot of other software is there. So here you can't able to see anything. For each and everything, we have a response code here. So I'm sending, like, if you are open some pages, sometimes you may experience this 402 error. This page is not available. 402 error. Like while you are trying to access some of the web pages, they're displaying 402, 402. So those are the error codes. Those are the error codes. 200, 400, or 300. These are the response codes, API response codes. Okay. So here, what we are trying to do in API validation. So while we are talking about the API validation, we are not going to be handling any kind of UI. Just we are having one API, one application programmable interface. That API is supposed to be given by the developer. They're providing, developers will provide that APIs to the testing team. So through that API, we are sending some request with some data. Then that request will send to the server and it will process and it will come back to you. Then before going to UI, without UI, just we are looking into this one and we are validating is that API is having a response code 200 or not. If API response code 200, that means it's pass. That means it's pass. Or otherwise it's failed like that. So 400, 300, 404, 402, 405 different things is there. These error codes are going to be tell you about the reason why it's failing. So when we are calling it an API testing, we are not going to be doing anything with the UI. Just we are validating. So API testing and UI testing both are not replaceable. Okay, I tested everything in UI, so no need to do API validation. I tested everything in API, then no need to do UI validation. So API validation is not going to be 100% replacement for the UI validation. Sometimes I requested something. I requested for something. That request is sent through this API to the server. Then server prepared proper response. Then that response is going to be sent you by the another API. But if that API is not handling it properly, if that API is not handling it properly and some kind of disturbance is there, then it's displaying a different data on your screen. So at the time, that is wrong with API. It's not a wrong with your server or your front end. This is wrong with your API. So those type of things we can able to identify in API validation. Sometimes you can see here, you can observe some of the websites will work very properly in Edge browser or Chrome browser and will not work in Firefox. So some of the browsers, some of the applications, websites will work good in some browsers and will not work properly in some other websites. That means like in that scenario you can see here. I'm requesting, a browser is requesting for something, then that request went through API, Then the server prepare the response. Then now that response are sending through this particular API. Yes, everything is fine. This response properly delivered at the browser side. So that response is not processed. Yes, that response in a JSON format. Then browser work is there supposed to be processed and it's supposed to be displayed to the user. But the browser is not processed properly, so that it's not displayed properly to the user. Even that is also an error. Even that is also an error. But this error is not due to the backend server or not due to the APIs. This is due to the UI. Yes, these many ways, these many things is there to to for the errors to be happen. So we are going to be do the validation using the UI. UI using the UI. Yes, just I want to enter the just I enter the username and password. Is I'm able to see the inbox page or not? Just I click on the drop down and select the option and click on select. After selecting hairdryer, I can able to see the hairdryer or not. Results which are belongs to the hairdryer. Yes. Just we are going to be do the testing how end user can how end user can. That's it. So these are the things. So here by using the Selenium, we are going to be handling UI validation. So the things what you are going to be prepare, the things what you are going to be learn are front end automation, UI automation. Just I want to give you some kind of technical details about the things what you are going to be learn. Otherwise, after some of the classes happened and started Selenium, so as most of the people after one like it's after completing 60% of the course, they have started searching for the jobs. So if you open your Naukri or some other job posting applications, instead of Selenium, they are using all these words. So job posting companies. Then they are feel panic. I learned Selenium only, but there is no UI validation here. There is no front end automation. I didn't. There is no UI automation in my case. Resume like that. Yes. So we are going to be learning UI automation, front end automation as part of this course. Yeah. Yeah. That's it from my end for today. Yeah. From tomorrow we can. Yeah. So any questions from anyone? Definitely from tomorrow. Yeah. I'll. Yeah. Please. Yeah. From tomorrow onwards, I'll work on this rectification of audio issue. I'm joining through the app. Must be that is an issue. Yeah, Kishore, please type your questions. Like if you are having a lot of questions, just please we can discuss. Yeah, whoever having questions, just please drop in chat. Yes, that is the only screen I shared. Just I'm giving the introduction. What we are going to learn. It's a very simple thing. Yeah, fear. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, we can have it same discussion one more time. Like this today we are finding this screen sharing issue and everything, right? Yeah, definitely. We can have one more session recording with the same topic so that we may clear about. At the same time, this session might be not clear for you people. Why? Because you may hear most of the people are. I think most of the people are first time hearing all these things back and front and these things might be new for you people. That's why it might be confusing. But one thing, this is not at all related to your course. Just I want to show you the area where we are going to be working in software industry. So yeah. So regarding this audio and sharing things, yes, definitely from the tomorrow onward, I'm going to be taking care about it. Yeah, in tomorrow's class, just we are going to start with the Selenium IDE. So Selenium IDE is the first version of Selenium. It's kind of a simple pop-up or thing add-on. So by using Selenium IDE, we can able to record the actions what we are doing on a browser, and we can able to play back whenever it's required. This is the first version of Selenium. Though Selenium IDE we are not going to be used in real time. Nowadays, Selenium IDE is going to be used by the DevOps engineers. As an automation engineer, we are not going to use it, but just having a knowledge on that is very required. Like if you are climbing, if you are having a 4 5 years of experience, obviously sometimes you may face those type of questions also. Did you use Selenium IDE anytime, anywhere like that? So for the introduction purposes, tomorrow we are going to be type Selenium IDE. Then day after tomorrow onwards, we are going to start with the Java installation. So that is the things we are going to be covering tomorrow's class. Yeah, definitely. Yes, yeah, yeah, definitely we can discuss everything in a clear way. I'll take care about these things, what we face, the issues and blockers for the today's class. Definitely it will be there, not there for the tomorrow class. Then we can start with the course. Yeah, that's any more questions or can we drop off? Okay, then thank you all. Bye.